The story unfolds with the main character Taeha. He narrates, "After 17 years, I finally came back to Korea after a long time." He exclaims, "It's been a long time, mother and father." Further, he narrates, "There are times when I wonder what is the value of life." The scene shifts back to 17 years before, when the tragedy happened. It is shown that Taeha was swimming in water, looking for his mom and dad. After a while, he notices a body floating on water, and he rushes towards her, but it was too late, and her mom was already dead. Suddenly, a huge wave forms, and he drowns in water. He exclaims, "I can't breathe, I have to get back up quickly." He realizes that everyone is dead, including Secretary Kim, Chef Jang, Captain, and the bodyguard Nuna. Suddenly, he is pulled out by someone, and it is shown that it was his grandpa, and he instructs him to calm down and see if he can still move. Taeha speaks, and his grandpa responds, "Thank goodness at least the skies are still looking after us." Chairman of Chunggu Group, Jin Soko. Taeha tells his grandpa that he saw his mom and dad over there, and he exclaims, "I know it's already too late. Listen to me carefully. Taeha, you must remember what I'm to tell you right now. No matter what, you must inherit Chunggu. Keep this fountain pen. If you bring this to lawyer Kim In-soo, he will help you. Don't trust just anyone. As soon as you get to Korea, you must go to." Taeha pleads, "Grandpa, please save mom and dad first. They are still sinking." It is shown that his grandpa was also shot several times, and he reveals, "Your mom and dad were shot dead even before the ship sank. Go Taeha, you must survive no matter what." He pushes him away. The scene shifts to the next day, where Taeha opens his eyes and notices a huge ship in front of him. A girl picks him up, and when he opens his eyes, two men standing in front of him says, "He is alive. Capo, he is awake. He is not dead. Is he Italian? Capo, come here. Gosh, she is up there again." Other man asks Taeha, "Kid, can you understand us?" The tattoo on his neck, they are not ordinary people. Suddenly a girl jumps in front of Taeha and asks him, "Kid, how did you get on our ship?" Other man reveals, "Capo, I think this kid can't understand us." She yells at him, "Then bring someone who can do body language or bring someone who can translate." Suddenly Taeha speaks. A yacht that was passing by was attacked. She exclaims, "He can understand us. Where did you come from?" He announces, "I'm Korean. During the storm, people with guns infiltrated the yacht and killed my parents and grandfather." She asks him, "So you fell into the ocean but were brought to an Italian ship? My Salerno family boat?" She started laughing and exclaims, "He is saying that an Asian boy who can speak Italian was caught here coincidentally, and not anywhere else but in the Gulf of Aden, in the Middle East. I'm sorry, but we don't have any intention of believing such unbelievably good circumstances. Kid, why should we not throw you back into the ocean?" It is shown that she is a director of the trade branch of the Salerno family, Regina Salerno. Taeha shows her the pen his grandfather gave him and exclaims, "I am the grandson of Korea's Chunggu Group's chairman, Jin Soko, the eldest son of his third son Jin Soo-hyuk. Rather than throwing me back to the ocean, it's better to return me to the group. It will be more beneficial for you." Regina thinks, "Isn't Chunggu Group the best company in Korea? Is this kid a part of that group's family?" She commands her men to check news in Korea and ask Kid if he speak other languages too, and he reveals that he can speak Cantonese, English, Japanese, Arabic, Spanish, Hindi, Esperanto. Her men inform about the news, and she realizes that Chunggu family is actually missing and exclaims, "This is fun." She asks Taeha if you can contact someone in Korea. He remembers when his grandfather gave him a pen. He tells her, "Please contact someone else. Don't contact my family." The scene shifts to the Korea where a man receives a call. Regina tells him, since it's a foreign country, "Please speak English comfortably. You are lawyer Kim In-soo, right? You have seen the picture I sent to you, right? We have our hands on the group's precious grandson. Should we send him back to Korea?" He asks, "What do you want?" She responds, $10 million. Give it in cash at Russell Trade in Panama Canal. You have 24 hours. Come in person. I'm sorry, but I'm also quite busy, so I don't have time to talk. If you give me that much, I will release him right away." He tells her, if she kills him right away, he will give her $1 million. He announces, "Hey bastard, listen to me, kill him within 5 minutes and send the video to me, then I will directly send you $1 million. She curiously asks him, "What if I kill him but you don't give me the money?" He threatens her. "Shit, hey, How dare you try to make a deal? Era mercenaries, Kumsan Lakasvel facilities. I can send the 1 million to you by just pressing 3 buttons, and you should already know what will happen if you don't kill that kid. We will spread the rumor that you guys are the culprit who attacked them. If you understand already, then I will end the call. I have delivered your message. I have contacted the mercenaries around me. Don't worry, after all, the Chunggu group is now yours. The scene shifts to the Taeha panicking if they are really going to kill him, and Regina scares him, but her commander knew that she is joking. Suddenly a man opens door and reveals that they are under attack by armed boats and helicopters. She asks him if they are from Interpol, but he reveals that they are ignoring radar, and she realizes that they are Korean. Suddenly, Taeha stabs his pen in his hand and draws a symbol. He exclaims, "Please take me in if you give me the power to take revenge. I will be loyal for the rest of my life." Regina starts laughing and announces, "Mateo, start preparing, we are having festival." Kid, you can take responsibility for your words, right? You want power to get revenge, even if you get blood on your hands. Taeha remembers the last words of his grandfather, and Regina exclaims, "The dog who barks doesn't bite. This is fun. Follow me from now on, your life is in Salerno's hands. Live and die for the family. Look closely, this is going to be your future." The scene shifts to 17 years later. Taeha exclaims, "There must be no ash because they couldn't find your body. But this is still the only place where I can give my greetings. Mother and father, please look after me from now on and watch how I will take revenge." All of a sudden, few armed cars pulls up and armed men start shooting bullets on Taeha. One man orders them to find the executive director. He is the manager of Chunggu Security, Lee Jonggu. He exclaims, "I don't know what kind of crazy guy did it, but I can't believe that they think they can survive even after kidnapping the executive director of Chunggu Group." One of his men inform him that he found a car. Suddenly car explodes and Taeha kills all of men. He also attacks Lee, but surprisingly he was wearing a bulletproof vest. Lee attacks Taeha, but he kills him. Then Taeha walks towards the car and opens its back, and it is shown that he kept lawyer Kim. Kim pleads, but Taeha doesn't listen to him and throws a pile of money at him, reminding him about what he did 17 years ago, and Taeha burns up all the money and Kim. Taeha walks away and he narrates, "Grandfather, my parents, I'm sorry for being late, please don't worry, and go to a good place, I will carry along all of your hard work with me." The scene unfolds with the Taeha rushing towards armed men, and they ask him, "Crazy bastard, where do you think this place is? Kill him." They both start shooting at him, but Taeha kills both of them. He walks towards the man who was scared of him, and he asks Taeha, "Who sent you here? It looks like you don't know who we are working with. It's Chunggu, you bastard. Do you think you will be safe after this?" Taeha exclaims, "Holding a private security company subcontracted by Chunggu. The job is to provide secret protection for Chunggu's key directors and executive officials outside of work hours in the Gangbok district area. Most of the time outside of security duties is investing the private lives of individuals opposing Chunggu, such as journalists and internal whistleblowers, carrying out kidnapping, assaults, murders, and other such activities. It's a contract violence organization indeed." Taeha gives his dagger to the people who were kidnapped and orders them to go outside. But do not mention him. They all ran outside and thanked Taeha for his act. Man asked Taeha, "Who are you? Are you their family member?" Taeha exclaims, "That's not the case. It's just that it will be difficult to talk if they are here. I need to know the executive schedule for this week, from the executive vice president to the chairman. You know that the emergency meeting directive no one has been issued, right?" Man taunts Taeha. "I don't know, you crazy bastard. Do you think I would tell you even if I knew about it? If I told you, then me and my family would be killed." Taeha threatens him. "It looks like your life is still bearable for now, so let's start with your eye first. If you want to tell me anything, then raise your hands and speak." The scene shifts to the Taeha walking in street while thinking, "A cigar would stand out too much. Should I smoke some Korean cigarettes? I have finally returned to Korea after a long time, but this country is insane." The scene shifts to the man speaking in mic. I promise this to all citizens. I will exercise all the powers granted to the President by the Constitution to eradicate the widespread crime and violence in our society. Right here, right now, I declare war on crime. Suddenly someone from the crowd shot President. Taeha narrates, the President, who declared a war on criminal organizations, lost his life in 1990. After that incident, no one could eradicate the criminal organizations, and naturally the country began to succumb to violence and money. Chonggu colluded with criminal organizations to bribe the media, incapacitated competitors. Afterwards, the media kept sponsoring sports and entertainment, causing people to forget about the nation's politics. Even if a dog ran for a president, the people would still believe that Chonggu is a people's company. Taeha enters shop and asks for cigarette, but at the same time, the other man also asked for a cigarette. They both look at each other, and again they both say, the plus one, making the situation uncomfortable. The shopkeeper exclaims, I'm sorry, but there's only one pack left now, so Taeha accepts it and tells the shopkeeper to give him a pack of cigarettes. When other man comes out of the shop, Taeha asks him, excuse me, can I borrow just one stick? He asks, can't you just buy it in another convenience store? Taeha reveals, it's been a while since I last visited Korea. I was buying it just to try smoking it once. Man gives him one stick and says, do you even remember this tasteless thing? You will get caught if you smoke it here, so make sure you smoke it in a smoking room. Taeha looks at him while he walks away and thinks, when you have been in the mafia for 17 years, just by looking at someone, you can roughly gauge their rank. He is strong to the point where he could be compared to the monsters I encountered overseas. Were talented people really this common in Korea? Anyway, it would be nice if I don't run into him. The scene shifts to the man entering an office where Taeha killed everyone earlier. He thinks all of them are dead, about the size of sashimi. He calls someone and exclaims, yes, it's me. Other person asks him, what's the matter? I told you not to call me at this hour. He responds, you said you have a meeting today, right? You will have to postpone it. The guy who killed Executive Vice President Kim In-soo, it looks like he is aiming for you. The security company that was supposed to help today couldn't be reached, and when I came, they were all wiped out. It looks like a lone raid carried out with a single blade. It's the same person who killed Executive Vice President Kim In-soo. He is not an ordinary person, either. It seems that he knows your secret meeting places as well. The person on the call asks him, what are you talking about? It's the Cheonggu's family tradition to gather the families during an emergency. The tradition which only our family knows. You are saying that he found out about it and attacked us? That's why I entrusted him without anyone knowing. Suddenly he realizes that the man who attacked in the office is Taeha. He narrates, if he is not a blade wielder, there is no way that kind of scar would be easily inflicted on his palm. He asks the person on the call if there is anyone's blade in their family, and it is shown that he is the 7th rank is Osung faction, Cheon Himin. He responds, what are you talking about? They are the people who can't even cut an apple, and the families have gathered here too, except for the kids. If you are anxious, just come here. I will give you 100 million, so just protect this place. Himin responds, I will go there, but please increase the security, at least by thrice. He gets frustrated and exclaims, for a mere gangster, who is he to tell me what to do? Does he want to die? He enters the room saying, what? When did you come, Chairman? The scene shifts back to the Himin walking in street and talking on call. Yes, President, it's me, Himin. I will leave after helping out Chonggu just for today. President asks him, what? Betrayal? Are you drunk? Himin responds, what kind of crazy person would reject 100 million more? It's hard to tell the details, but it seems that there will be a dangerous person. Never mind. I will explain what happened to you later. Yes, goodbye. Himin notices Taeha was standing at the corner of the street, and he asks him, was that one stick not enough? Taeha responds, there must be a reason why I met a skilled person like you near the site, right? It was a good thing I followed you secretly. Himin exclaims, there are quite a lot humiliating things today. You robbed my cigarette and followed me from behind, and on top of that, did you think I wouldn't notice? It's the first time for me. Taeha walks towards him and says, I'm going to ask you one more thing before we start. Who are you? Heeman responds, Can't you understand me? I was just helping you for a moment. Taeha rushed towards him. And they both start fighting, however they both were skilled, but suddenly Taeha vanishes and Heeman wonders, where is that guy? And Taeha attacks him from above and narrates. Chunggu is also hella unlucky. How do they end up being targeted by monsters like these?